paused. I'll be right
Alrighty.
back.
Perfect. Let's get this going. Heck yeah. Alrighty. Well, welcome chat. How are you guys doing this lovely evening? This is going to be an amazing game between our current champions, Dragon's Breath, versus, honestly, one of the most scariest teams I think I've ever faced in a while in VALKYRIE, who have completely turned it around from last season and have just, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, just avalanched the whole league. Like, they came out swinging, they came out with a purpose. And this team is proving their worth. As we wait for our nice cams to come back, we will get all the lineups in an order, and we'll begin the first round. But talking more about these two teams, these two amazing teams, Dragon's Breath, who is absolutely 100% scary. They have probably the two best DPS, in my opinion, the two best DPS players in Rappy and, oh, is he here tonight or no? Let's say Rappy and I can't think of his name. Tienda. I'm so sorry, Tienda. I can't believe I messed up his name. But those two, pair them up together, and it is 100% scary. Their lineups is going to be two juggernauts going at it. You have Wham from VALKYRIE, who is just he's great. That I can't say enough. He is great. He's patient. He's a very good Reinhardt that is just patient. He understands how to do how to just capitalize on another Rein's mistakes. As he did that to me. As we wait. Ooh, let's go. Yay, Cams is back. As we continue this amazing game that we still need to get the first map, and I'm already doing the hype. I mean, there's the support lineups is probably the most eye-opening for both teams. You talk about two scary supports. You have Ook from Dragon's Breath, and you have Screwpadog? It's Drew. You have those two who can just single-handedly keep a team up. And on the side of VALKYRIE, you pair Drew up with Griffin. Now that's a scary 1-2 punch, because you have two very amazing support players that can just keep a team up. And like I have never done with Nova, I've never made my support lives easy. But if you can make your support lives easier, then you are honestly, you're fine. Like, if your supports are comfy and your supports are being like, alright, that's okay, you're going to succeed, and succeed majorly. And that is just that's just something that you can't, that you have to take away, I should say. Because if you don't make those supports uncomfortable, then they can just wreak havoc. On the side of Dragon's Breath, though, chips. is outstanding, extremely outstanding. This whole team, oh my god, this side note, this is a team that Hannah Nevada. I kept messing up her name. to, I'm gonna mess it up. I know it. It is very interesting to see. So bear with me, chat. I am going to mess up some names. As we wait, as we get all the lineups ready, I will look at my cameraman if he will so generously come on the mic. And he will, I believe,
Hello.
get ready. Perfect. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I believe the lineups are as they're supposed to be now, so just waiting for those readies.
Yep. Let's see. Hannah Reholic on tanks. Yep. Crow and Hawk. Yep. And yeah, that's perfect. I mean, you don't really need to like keep them in order. I mean.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Obviously, to put them in order, I'd have to remove them, and I think the spectators are full now. So.
Oh, true. Alright, but that's alright. Shall I give them readies?
1 second. I'm just.
Just
sure. People have said something about spectators. So.
Yep. Look. Goes to track. And check. Now, these two teams are. It's going to be an amazing matchup, hands down.
I think you've got more experience watching them than I have, because I'm not sure. I think I've watched a few of them, not a lot of them.
I have been in this league for I think 3 years. Yeah, three.
Oh wow.
3 years, let's be 4 hopefully. So I mean, I've seen it. I play with Nebula, who was once called Nova. I mean, second place finish twice actually. We got beaten out by Dragon's Breath, who, I mean, these are current champs. But you have VALKYRIE, who I believe last season was their first season. Didn't really do so hot, but all of a sudden turns it around this season, and it's just absolutely killing it in terms. I believe they are the #1 team so far, and I believe they're undefeated.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I mean, both of these teams are honestly, and I'm gonna say stress this enough. They're two juggernauts going at it. Wham and Emmy on the DPS lineup, on the tank lineup is scary. Wham, a very patient Ryan, but he knows how to capitalize on mistakes. He did that to me. I'm very aggressive. I like to be on backlines. Everyone in probably the server will tell you that if I am not on, if you can't see me, I'm probably in your backline or I'm probably dead. I live in backlines. Backlines are part of my favorite thing. But they know how to punish it. They know how to punish it very well. But also with Dragon's Breath, I mean, Hannah and Holic, they're also very, very, very well. They understand that it takes just one small miscalculation in Dragon's Breath will punish you for it. They're very good at running a brawl comp.
Oh, okay.
Inside of Valkyries, I believe Valkyries can run almost anything. I haven't seen them run the dive just yet, but I think if they're working on it, I think it would also be very scary. Emmy is a tremendous Emmy is a tremendous diva. She was once a support player that sadly, got too high in the SR, but congrats to her. But she understands angles, and she understands when she plays diva where to put those bombs. And those bombs have been nothing but highlight reels.
Oh, nice. That's decent.
Oh yes, on the side of Dragon's Breath, Ook on the Ana is probably there's a couple Anas I don't like in this league, and it's because they've either slipped me out of Shatter, they've antied me so much that I didn't want to play, or they bullied me. And one of them is Ook. It goes Ook, Sammy, and Drew, who is Screwdog. All three of them give me nightmares as a Ryan main.
Who was that? Ook?
Ook Imagine? Right under Hulk Smash. Or Hulk Smash.
Oh, okay, yeah. I played against Hulk and Ook in the GOAT tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, alrighty. I shall give them readies. I totally did that in the right chat as well.
I'm just double checking with them that I've got the correct people spectating the correct.
Yep.
Teams.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow, Dragon Breath has maybe.
Oh. So.
Oh. Yeah, if you want to put their rosters in order.
How do I do that without? Okay, hang on. What is the roster order?
Their tanks are Hannah Nevada, and Raholic on tanks.
And do they go at the top or the bottom?
Top.
Okay, so I need to.
So I think you can just switch Ook with Hannah.
Because I've only got so many spectator spots open, I've only got one. I'm not going to be able to move people around.
Oh no?
No, because I need to take 2 people out to put 1 in.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, you're right. Interesting. Can you not switch them around?
Oh, hang on, I might be able to do this. Is this how I... Okay, hang on. So, Hannah. Yeah, okay.
Yep, and then put Hulk where... hold on. I got this!
Hannah...
okay, so Raholic where Ook's at.
Yeah. Crow and then Hulk.
Yep, and that's perfect. Yep, that's really all we needed to do.
We're okay for Valk
and
as
then,
well.
Valkyries, if you literally just want to switch Griffin and yeah, just literally, and then Emmy for Screw. Yep, perfect.
Okay. So we've got ready from Dragon's Breath.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we're just waiting on Valkyries. Raholic stream. Okay, there's one thing that I'm kind of like about. It's the matching icons. Like, I love my squid, and then when you tell me to take away my squid, I angry.
Okay, so it's ready from both. I can go, can't I?
Yep.
Welcome to Oasis.
Alrighty, as we get into this first match of Oasis, this map, you can run many different things, and we start with City Center, right? I call this purple egg because this like very top part looks like a purple egg, so I just call it a purple egg.
Oh, fair enough.
Alrighty. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what they run. what kind of lineups we're going to see.
Ready for battle.
Okay. As you see, Valkyrie is coming out with, I mean, Ryan Diva. Again, deadly comp, but we see Dragon's Breath coming with the Ryan Sigma. Oh, you have a Tracer and a Junk with Lucio, oh my god, Lucio Zen heals on the side of, but that could be just a tease. On the side of Valkyries, we have Ryan Diva McCree. Oh, okay, so kind of a classic brawl comp with Lucio. Oh no, there you go. It changes to the Moira as Valkyries takes control early on this point. But as we see fighting wall coming out from the side of Valkyries, a good push, way to shield that. A good Hannah Nevada falls down too, with that Tracer in the back line, just harassing it, recalled by them. As it's just pick damage here and there, as they're just wearing and tearing on that shield, as there's still contest from that Tracer, and the rest of Dragon's Breath coming in to help. Chips on this Zen is very interesting. Oh, down goes Swelling Crow.
The Ryan's just got back as well, so that's unfortunate.
Very interesting as Hulk goes down the Ghost. Window coming out early, which is good. Way to win this fight. Down goes Chips to Wham. Emmy taking out Hannah Vanna. Again, I keep messing up her name because I knew I was going to keep messing up her name. Or Hulk goes down to Wham. Emmy takes out Ook, and the point goes to Valkyries. That was honestly a great first team fight. That pretty much saw, I believe, an ult or two used, maybe one. So as we see, still more of this kind of let them come to us type thing, as Emmy taking up high ground, which is a very amazing. But look at that, just peppering down. As you see the Junkrat being sneaky, contesting her, getting a couple shots off. Now comes Tyre and more coming out, finding two. Here comes Blizzard coming out in exchange for the the Shatter coming out. That's huge. Chips going down to Ghost for Holic, taking out Emmy, Swelling Crow taking out Ghost. Sigma ult comes out and
that's it, Dragon's Breath, it back.
Yeah, retaking the point. That was a lot of ults used though, and if I may add, both these teams can play what I like to call so I compare this to football. Like you have three levels: you have offense, defense, special teams. In Overwatch, you have offense, you have the defense, but then you also have ult economy. And Dragon's Breath using a lot there for the ult economy, but I wouldn't be surprised on how quickly they can charge it. Another window coming out though.
I was gonna say,
as you see, they're just
second one in the fight.
Ooh. More already used. Down goes Hulk though. High knee coming up from the back. True, finding two. And the rest is just cleanup. Down goes Havana. As that Moira and Tracer is still being alive, Swelling Crow. And we taking out that Tracer finding True though. Or True the Blue the Who. I like his name. That Tracer still causing massive amount of stall. Finally going down.
Definitely stalling.
Oh, but the Junk coming back. Down goes the Junk. If you're DB, if you're Dragon's Breath right here, I think you pull out.
I was gonna say, don't pull it now.
Yep, just giving them all. Oh, the Diva Bomb coming out, finding her Vanna Netta. Oh, I keep messing up her name. I have to apologize to her. I have to send her a card that says, "I'm sorry, I can't say your name right."
Just say Hannah. I think that'll sort it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Hannah. I'm literally just gonna say Hannah. As Swelling Crow finding up top, Emmy's challenging him on top. Oh, huge hack onto Tracer. Can she finish it off though? No, the recall. If I may add though,
right now.
Crow though is taking the attention so hard that it's allowing DB to come up. Those finally taking down Crow, but this, as we see Griffin on top of the purple egg, just hanging out. This is a good contest. Another window coming out. Drew is an absolute animal. Tyre finding nothing, sadly. Good Zen ult. Ooh, here comes the code of
that's a good coalescence.
Yep, Havana finding
nice.
Drew, Swelling finding Wham. Hulk finding Emmy and a good flip. That was actually a very well timed from Chips to use that Zen ult, to use trans, and kept his team.
And then the follow-up damage from the coalescing.
Yep. Now right here, it's Valk has to come contest.
I mean, when they got shattered to work with.
Yep. They have to touch. Right here would be a good shatter. Oh, but he doesn't shatter though. Huge as signal. Oh, coming down, finding Wham. Down goes Wham though. Ooh, and
because they're getting picks though.
Yep. Oh, but it's a back and forth right now. Down goes Blue. Oh, there's still. Oh, wait, you have Griffin. That's just gonna Lucio way around. Oh. Yep. Can Wham contest? Oh, first round going to DB.
Looked like it was gonna go to Valk as well. So that's interesting.
1-0.
I wish we were sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. I gotta call it my get up and go juice. How did you feel about that first round?
I quite liked the way it was back and forth. There was power plays here and there, and each team kind of just showed that they could be in control. So it was good. It's unfortunate that they never got to build the EMP, because that might have won it for Valk.
Absolutely. As we see those going to Symmetra and Dragon's just keeping with the same old. They, for all economy, they did very well because they built it up really fast. As you see these Centurions, which everyone loves. Yeah. as a Ryan main, I totally love them. As True goes down to Hulk. That's a very early pick. How is Valk gonna respond to this? Oh, but Hannah going down though, getting stuck between the turns. Hulk finding another pick.
Do you know what though?
Valk
got the first game play.
Yeah, that's interesting. As for Hulk finding Wham, Emmy finding Hulk though, which is a huge blow to damage output, but swelling full, flying crew, Griffin going down. Ooh, both supports going down, and now Emmy's the only one. What is she?
Nope.
Oh, but the
just stall it for time.
I mean, yeah, this is interesting though. Yep, just getting that percent. True finding chips though.
Charge.
Oh,
that was a really fast pulse bomb to play through.
Yep. But the signal finding no one. Sadly, Swimming Pro taking out True again. The blue. Emmy getting demacked again, and down goes Griff and Emmy.
Nicely done.
But also, that was a good stall in terms of 41%.
That's crazy.
And you made DB use Sigma ult that really didn't find any value.
And waste it. Not just use it, but it got wasted.
Yeah. Good fire strike, good hack.
Nice.
Oh, Ghost picking off Crow. This is a huge pick right here. Oh, but the huge shatter. Oh, but can the team capitalize? No, Hulk with 3. Oh, Emmy going down to Ook, and this, he just got set. Wow, that was a huge tire from Hulk. Huge tire. Now, if you're the side of Valk, do you engage with wall? Or do you maybe engage with the Deepa bomb?
You could do wall window, to be honest.
There's the wall. Wall coming out. Valkyrie's taking high ground. A huge EMP. And here comes the Diva bomb. Can he get?
Nope.
Nothing. Oh.
Tracer in the back line.
Oh. Huge. Wham taking out Ook. Here comes Trance to keep him up, which is huge.
They might be winning this one though.
Oh, yep. The Cole coming in to help. Goes finding Hulk. Emmy taking out Hannah. Oh, Hulk's taking out Chips again, but this Tracer though still. Oh, nope. The blue taking out Crow and Emmy taking out the Hulk.
They yet had to use a lot of ultimates to get that done though.
That was a very. Yep. again, all economies from both of these teams are kind of tipping back and forth, which is interesting. But they're winning the point, which is what pretty much is the ultimate goal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now the little spy check. Tracer coming up top. The Sombra sees her. Oh, the Sombra gets the hack on her.
Hack again.
Can they finish her up? And yes,
yeah.
they get. That's a huge opening pick.
Really unfortunate.
That's really unfortunate. But for ult economy though, you have both tank ults for DB. Well, only a shatter for Valkyrie.
Yeah.
As this is the last team fight territory.
Well, yeah, it is. They've got to do something.
Oh, nope, as Drew is coming up with a window soon. Oh, the both up top. That's a huge. Oh, that's huge grab. Oh, finding Wham and the trans coming out, protecting Ghost, finding Slowpo. Another miss with the Sigma again, and Griffin and. Oh, down goes Ghost and Griffin. No. Well, can they flip the point? They can.
True is waiting though.
They have EMP though.
Oh,
do you use it
this
early?
Could be a EMP shatter.
Oh no! Oh, was there a miscommunication or EMP it? Oh, huge!
We only got two.
Huge.
2 each now.
Yep. As Ghost taking out Hulk, Enemy taking out Hannah. And, oh, that Tracer though. This Tracer you need to handle. She's just gonna stall away. Good hack. Good hack. That was a huge hack. And here comes the ball to try and stall. As the rest of the team coming in, down goes Hannah and Chips though. These turrets are just... Oh, and Valkyrie's taking the second round.
Is it interesting?
This is a great first map already. Just seeing both of them go at it.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if they planned on doing EMP bomb or was there a miscue for the shatter?
Well, unfortunately, the shatter got blocked by the shield, didn't it? The Sigma shield. Whereas, obviously, if the EMP came through first, then they wouldn't have had to worry about that.
Oh yeah, but it's still got a lot of still got a lot of heat from it though with the double from the bomb. As we see Dragon Threat still sticking with the same old. And as we see Valkyrie's coming with the Brig and McCree to help with this
Tracer.
Actually have a good as Hulk being a little aggressive about it. Showing up there. Oh, as the Sombra misses her translocator just by a space with this Tracer. Still on the back line. Ooh. Sorry. I had a cough there.
It's okay.
As Hannah going down the Wham.
Pull it. Lost control.
A tire coming out, but a tire finding no one.
Got it with the fire strike. Wham got it with the fire strike. To be fair though, building a tire that fast, that's really impressive.
As Wham going down to Hulk though.
It's back and forth.
But True finding Chips. True finding Hulk though. And now it's 2-1. It's both supports. Oh, with the tire. Oh, that was a... Got reinforcement just in time. And Griffin probably just regrouping right there.
Yep.
Yep. No, that's 100% tactical.
You gotta give props to Crow.
Oh, hey, we gotta pause.
Okay.
As
well,
a good DC.
Maybe Griffin was like, you know what, not happy.
You know what? I would be too, if considering how much they nerfed her.
You gotta give props to Crow though. They really are being a nuisance. Like the team is having to turn around and make swaps to battle the Tracer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. it's that. All right, and Griffin is back. I will message them to make sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, double check
Mhm.
it's okay to go.
Oh, I should say, probably say resume. Just, you have to be. Get used to big words.
Yeah,
No, but Crow is doing an amazing job of.
definitely.
All right, we have
Yep, ready
readies
in
from
both teams.
Valk.
Let's go.
Yep, both teams. Alrighty.
Oh, did I just restart the match?
Oh, yep, you did.
Initiating
Oh my
match.
days, what happens there?
Well, this is the third point, so whoever wins this one.
Okay,
Well,
that's truly my
mistakes
bad.
happen. Hmm. Do you want to pause real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna pause.
Yeah. Right. No, I mean, accidents happen. It's fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, this is less points. I would say whoever wins this would be should probably win the series. I wouldn't see, but we get this figured out.
So I just have to make sure that instead of restarting the match, I press start and then unpause the match.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, gives a little bit more time. Not to mention with that early DC though, also decide if her internet will hold up or not. This though, this is interesting. I think this also gives us a good time to kind of just talk and see that both of these teams are doing very well in terms of managing ults very well, but also taking the attention away from one another.
Mm-hmm. They definitely had to pull out the Sombra in order to battle the Tracer. And unfortunately, the Sombra has been shutting Crow down a fair bit. He's getting a hack almost every time, which is quite good. But yeah, it's interesting to see them try and play the Sigma Zarya over the Sigma Rhine.
That is true. That is very true.
As they mentioned in the as well, that there was already progress on the point. So.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just trying to sort this out. Bear with me a second.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I mean, honestly, I would just say just let them play it out. I mean, it's still like me personally, I don't see the whole like. I mean, yes, there was progress, but also this allows you to kind of just sit and talk.
Well, we've got Emmy saying that they're okay with it.
Yep, Emmy is saying okay with it as long as I believe Ook is there. Is that team?
So they're happy to play the entire thing again as well.
Mm-hmm. Me personally, I would say just play the third point, and then because I mean it's already. I mean it's technically it's 1-1 already for this map. So I mean I don't mind it. I don't mind the. Alrighty, but yeah, no, Valk is putting resources into stopping Crow's, I guess, Tracer, and just pecking at them. They're putting resources in to stop that, which is very, 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 very good.
The what is very good, sorry.
It's very good that they're trying to that Valk is putting resources into stopping Crow and his Tracer.
Yeah, no, well and truly. And to be fair to Scroob, he's doing really well building window, and I think that's potentially tipping the fight sometimes in favour of Valkyrie, because they're then having to combat it.
Yeah. But also, I mean, also though, with Dragon's Breath though, it's giving them such a great opportunity to kind of kind of fill that void. Like Valks will come chase, what I call chase that rabbit, and they just come in right there beside them, and so then when they turn around, it's like bam.
Yeah. So I think we might have confirmation that we can play this one, and they're doing one apiece. And we'll just make sure that both teams are okay with it.
Yeah, which I mean, honestly, I feel like they should be, because I mean, again, it's 1-1. Whoever takes this map, I mean, how much less can we estimate progress? Oof.
I mean, I suppose somebody could look back on the stream and see whether there's a percentage we can go from, but
yeah, that's true.
There's there's old percentage and everything that you'd have to make the same, so I don't know whether that's feasible. But yeah,
that is true.
It was quite a long fight, the first one, weren't it? And then they actually built tire in the first fight.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh,
so
what are you going to do? Who's looking at the Twitch chat? That's mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's alright. I mean, stuff happens, so.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a learning process, and now I know to unpause instead of restarting.
Yeah, so. Don't worry, I've never run cameras because I have McDonald's Wi-Fi, and I just choose to cast.
Oh well, I've in preparation and stuff, I'd spectated games and that, and worked out how to move the camera and stuff, and you can actually go to first person, but once you're in first person, I'm not sure how to get back from first person, so.
Yeah. But honestly, if you're Valkyries, do you run the pharmacy?
Have they got the potential to? Do they have a projectile player on the team?
I believe so. I believe True Blue, maybe? 'Cause I know Ghost is their kind of like their, oh, what do you call it? Hit scan. But he plays everything.
And that was Ghost, did you say?
Yeah, that was Ghost. For True, I feel like True can play that Pharah pretty well. Cause on the side of Dragon's Breath you have the Tracer and you have the Junkrat.
Yep, and just to confirm, they're all happy to play this map, so we're going to unpause the match and then go back into it and see how it plays out.
Perfect.
There we go. Press the right button this time.
Okay. As we get back into it.
There you go.
Oh. I believe they are. Right, Ook? Yeah, Ook's okay with it. Yep. Ook said, yeah. Ook, we can read minds, don't worry.
Yeah.
5,
The casting booth can read
3,
minds.
2, 1. Round 1.
Alrighty.
Well,
Capture
let's
the
go.
objective.
Alrighty, as we get back into this wonderful matchup. Ooh, Ghost coming out with the
Symmetra.
Yeah, the sim. Now, is this gonna slow down the Tracer? Ooh, Holic taking the high ground.
With True either, so potentially the
Oh,
turret
down
is gonna
goes
have to
Griff.
try and
Hollis
shoot
taking
down.
out Griff. Again, Crow is just kind of pecking at them, which is making them force a turn. Oh,
About to
taking
get
out
low.
Crow with a ram.
And looks like Dragon Breath will be well.
And Crow finding 2.
Yep, I think what happened there was the Sigma took the high ground, and because of that, with Crow in the background, then they had to look at too many angles, and they just kind of got picked.
Yeah, that's too many angles. As we see Valhalla, as we see Valkyrie's going again, gonna go counter this Tracer with the Sombra. As we see, they're kind of just getting more of that poke damage. Ooh, wait, the True. Never mind, is going with the Doomfist.
Yeah,
Which is quite interesting as Tracer's coming around them. How are they gonna react? Huge! Oh, wait a... Oh, huge!
Got taken out of the background.
That's Griff going down to Reholic though.
Yeah, exactly, they got rid of the healer.
As his bubble. Oh, good fist in. Way to get out in time. They're seeing some more of this poke damage.
Crow gets rid of Ghost
again though. Oh, as the Doom down goes the Doomfist. Wham finding Crow finding Wham.
That's unfortunate.
And Emmy just gonna reset.
They've been quite dominant since coming back out of Dragon's Breath. They kind of, it's like they know what they're doing, and I think this map really works for the Tracer. There's a lot of
100%. As you see 70, so far 70%, just, you know, going, oh, they realize they're going underneath though.
Yeah,
this is tricky.
The Tracer was there, she's scouting.
Yeah, uh-oh, that junk coming around, tiring from the back. Oh, finding 2. True going down to Hannah. And this is kind of just a cleanup. Yep, oh, buddy. Finding 2 with Drew and Wham. Person going down
the
to
end
Crow.
on a team kill.
And round 1, or match, first map, going Dragon's Breath.
1-0.
Alright.
Well, it was very well fought at the end by Dragon's Breath then.
Very well.
Okay, I'm just going to mute a second just while I sort stuff out again.
Okay, go ahead. I will just do my thing and talk. That was honestly... That wasn't too bad. I mean, coming back from that, from that long pause that we had, it's kind of, gotta get back to running your feet though. But I think Valkyrie's though, I mean, you guys aren't out of it. Next is Numbani. You guys have been very well in hybrids and in escorts, so I can see this also being, another dogfight. I can see this probably going all the way for both teams, getting all the way to, the very end and having to redo it. This is honestly an amazing matchup. I am not surprised. I'm speechless, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, we have just 2 amazing teams going at it. And I mean, True Blue Dehu, Cindy Lou Who, right? I'm about to call that True now, it's just Cindy Lou Who. Him and Ghost going up against Crow and Hulk. I mean, these 2 DPSs are honestly just fighting back and forth. It is very amazing to see that. Also, I mean, the tank lineups. I mean, we've seen this from Dragon's Breath. They kind of ran that Sigma Zarya, which is interesting, but it's also very effective, as Dragon's Breath has proven that. I mean, with the being able to bring back that shield as Sigma, it throws off a Reinhardt's do I shatter now, do I shatter later, because there's that 1 second cooldown, but if you mistime it, the shatter gets blocked. But if you time it just right, chef's kiss on the shatters. Hannah doing great with that Zarya. The bubbles are very, very good, especially when a member is out of position, kind of. Um, it's just it's kind of that bubble, that friendly bubble. It's kind of like that get out of jail free card for like 2 seconds. Outside of Valkyries, though, you're you're doing things amazing. You guys are comboing ults. It was very well. I believe that that EMP on second point. It was done to perfection because you had both tank ults ready. So, yes, Wham, shatter the shield. Don't worry, I do that all the time because that's what the pros do, so that's what I do. Because, I am a pro at feeding. Uh, um, but, you know, coming right back with that EMP and then or coming back with the bomb, then EMP, it pairs up very well, and you guys took the second point very well, or second point very well. These two teams are back and forth right now, and I do not. I don't see this not going to a map 5. I can see a map 5 happen. If a map 5 happens, I am picking Paris because I like Paris, and you can come at me all you want. Paris is the best 2CP map. Change my mind. um, as we see though, Valkyrie's putting in true Uwu on the tank. Upwards coming in for DPS, and I believe the support lineup is staying the same for Valkyries. This is interesting. On the side of Dragon's Breath, though, we have the same tank lineup, I believe. We have Rappy coming in for... Oh, I just saw your name, and I'm sorry. For Hulk. Sorry, Hulk. And then we have Deadlock Ash coming in for Ook. Yes, a woo. We, this is interesting to see. Numbani, I believe, first point, you can run, you can run the Ryan. Oh, you can run the dive. And it can work. Dive can work. Sorry, I keep saying a lot. We must not forget. We must not forget though that both of these teams are just trying to. Hello. Sorry, something going on in the chat. As we're just waiting, ready for readiness for both teams. I keep going off topic multiple times because so many things are happening at once. Wow. Alright, this is going to be very interesting. And I'm gonna put this out there. Both of these teams are current champions and who probably have the best odds of winning it all. These two teams are going head to head, and it is nothing but pure highlight reel after highlight reel. Now, however this goes, Dragsmith victory or Valkyrie victory, it's going to be extremely hard to pick MVPs. Extremely hard. Because they're just so good. And they're so evenly matched almost that I can't stop watching. I'm over here drinking my Angry Juice because it's Angry Juice, aka Monster. Which Monster, please sponsor us. We need to make this money. We need to be bigger than the Overwatch League. But both of these teams, though, have. Oh, one moment.
Sorry, I'm back.
Both of these teams. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry. You know, I'm just talking to myself.
So good. So we got a ready from Dragon's Breath.
Okay, we're just waiting for readies on.
Valkyrie. Yeah. So
I
just
don't know
going
why.
back to. Sorry, I was just gonna say you mentioned MVPs. I'm gonna have no clue whatsoever.
If I could, I would give it to all of them because these again, they're so evenly matched as a tank player, as a Reinhardt, one trick, sadly, because he's the only shield tank you need. Oh, alrighty.
Yeah, sorry,
Let's go.
Traveling to Mumbai.
Alrighty. It's hard. It is very hard. And coming onto Nubani, which is hybrid, this first point, honestly, you can run dive. And I would love to see double bubble dive. Because double bubble can work so well and it can wreak so much havoc.
You just you see it get played in like the Overwatch League and stuff, and you can see how like impactful it is.
Oh yeah, and I mean
to then see that played in front of us right now, that'd be really cool.
As we see Valkyrie's coming out again with the Rhine Diva. I love it because it's a Reinhardt. You always need a Reinhardt. Reinhardt is the only tank you need, the one and only. No ifs, ands, or buts. Every other tank is like A+ tier. Reinhardt is the only S tier. Oh gosh, I hope chat doesn't come after me. Oh yeah, I love that. Valkyrie's though coming out with the like I said, with the Pharah McCree, which is very good, and Bap Lucio, which is amazing. On the side of Dragon's Breath, you have the same comp, you know. I know you have Sigma Diva, you have Echo, Junk, and Ash and Drip as Valkyrie is coming out from the bottom, saying, you know what, we're just gonna come down group upwards, taking out upwards. Ooh, but True taking out Cloud, kind of like that back and forth. Anna D-Mech, down goes True, Rappy. Down goes but True finding Rappy. True, Ulu taking out Uholic. Emmy taking out Deadlock, and True taking out Hannah. And if you see, kind of there's True. There's two Trues. Oh my god, this is gonna be murder for me. Why do you do this to me, Val? As Randy switching off to the Ash, which are they going to pocket this Ash? Oh,
I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
It's fine. As the quick pause happens, as we get back into it, all the
I'll suppress something.
Trust me, there was one time where I had one of my emotes bounded, and I was screaming a team, and I actually hit it while I was getting shot by an Ash.
Oh wow.
So it was funny. As you see them still pushing up, True Blue taking out Chips. This far is looking heavy as upwards taking out Crow. That's two people gone so far. If you're DD, I would back out. As Deadlock going down, the True upwards taking out Hannah. The Blue taking out Rahalik. The Blue again taking out Rappy. And this is just a push straight to second. True the Blue is on this Pharah is doing work. Is getting a lot of value. A lot of value.
Yep, they're showing us how to play a projectile hero.
Let them up. Now, if you're he's going around. Gonna try to get this flank barrage, and he gets down by Crow. Finding three, he comes out to help. The shatter, huge shatter. Can they follow it up? No, they can't. The Bob coming in, taking out the Emerald first. They're going down the Crow. Hannah taking out True Blue. Emmy going down to Crow. Upwards taking out Crow, but Chip's taking out upwards. with SQ out. If you're Dragon's Breath, do you continue to pocket the Ash, or do you stick with the Sigma hat that they've been recently pocketing, which is interesting. But again, this Pharah, this pocketed Pharah is just freaking havoc. Oh, but Rappy's still putting up a mean fight. They're all going up top though. Uh-oh, oh, the Pharah coming out. Oh wow, that's a smart pick. Because you can build another barrage pretty soon.
Yep, it's getting closer.
Oh, the Hollow taking out upwards, another Justice, but it comes out. And finding a Hollow, it's just huge. Chris with the amazing res. True, finding Crow. Getting the res on the Hollow though. But at this point, you have the high ground. Another Justice. Oh, Rapid taking out Truby.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that is very unfortunate.
Just a little bit too late.
So close, yep. They still have 4 minutes here to kind of keep playing. At this point, you just relax. As Upward taking that and the hammer. That good old
chasing.
Yep. They're like Ash clean the reds on the pro. As a McCree previous player, so fan the hammer is your best friend against anything. Oh, as you see the Echo still trying to challenge Star though. Oh, getting out just in time though. Ash. Oh, as he's still up with the solo grab. Oh. That's a good. Oh,
nice and clean.
These are just back and forth. This Bob is
best player in the team, Bob.
Yep. Bob is MVP for DPS. No. This is honestly.
We've swapped. We're not playing McCree anymore. It looks like we're playing.
We're playing the Soldier. Now, do you still pocket the Pharah, or do you pocket the Soldier to help with not only shield break but pressure? Waiting. Oh, True. The Shadow getting blocked by your bites. Oh, that is
damage
beautiful.
Boosted by a strike, and then it
oh, you love this. Oh, you love to see it as a Reinhardt player. Oh, as they're trying to chase down this Echo, that's a huge stagger. That is a huge stagger, and they should be able to get. Yep. Being able to get it with 2 minutes left on their clock. That was amazing from Griffin and from True Uwu.
Yep.
I'm gonna emphasize the Uwu a lot. Because I have True Uwu and then I have True the Blue the Who. And I can't say True.
True Blue the Who.
So one of them calling the Who and then the other one saying Uwu. But that was honestly that was textbook from True and Griffin. The Shadow kind of missed, which was fine. The Barrage came in, which got them low enough, and True just sending that beautiful Fire Strike in.
Oh yeah. That was really good teamwork by the Mercy and the Rhine there. To be fair, I don't think you'd expect
as we see. Oh yeah, oof. Chef's kiss right there, if I must add. As we look on the side of Dragon's Breath, they're running this dive.
Which is interesting.
Dive with the Pharah. But if we look on the side of Valkyries, double shield, which is interesting, but I understand it, with the Torque Turret and the pocketed Ash. This is going to be interesting. This is honestly going to fall to who gets the first pick.
Valkyrie have got a lot of poke damage, and they haven't got much protection on the side of Dragon's Breath, so we'll see what happens.
Yep. Oh, as upwards getting peppered a little bit has to back out, which is okay though. But putting enough pressure on Rappy as the turret is doing in some work on that Torb. Down goes the turret though. And they're just gonna play this a little defensively. I'm surprised they're not jumping in as they're getting in. They're meeting them in the hallway, but the far are coming in though.
That damage
And this
boost
far
is
they work upwards, finding Rappy down Rappy true. A Will
That's
finding
just
Raholic, and me finding Deadlock. And this is just a reset if you're yep, there you go. And to a Will taking out chips. That was honest. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you've got the damage on the side of Dragon's Breath coming from the Zen. The Discord's gonna do work, but the damage boost is Mercy. It's doing so much work, and as you can see, she just gets
that was
away.
a huge opening pick where kind of had to just kind of start more time. On the side of Dragon's Breath, should you maybe not have went into that little narrow corridor where that Torb could have done a lot more work?
Exactly.
Kind of instead, jump to this outside.
Oh, see,
There
now
you
they
go.
went
See,
for the
like
dive.
that. There you go.
But the support's there for the Ash.
Yep, that's fine. Wait for them to get split up. As the shield is down below, it's using shieldless, a good jump in. Sword and Claw goes down the screw, and then you're finding Havana though. Chip's taking up the time. But this? What do you do if you're DB?
I think you've got 2 minutes left. If you need to potentially go with a bit more point presence, it might be worth swapping to the Rhine, but they're so close to ult that they don't really want to risk it.
That's
Again
true.
though, the army hasn't been able to build much of an ult because they're not able to actually get in there and do damage. They're being contested straight away.
That is very true. I believe maybe switch off the Tracer for a little bit more shield break presence. Oh, you had the point right there. They're not on point. Oh, it's huge. That's a huge. Oh, the rest are coming back around to try and get him. But this Sigma is preventing them. More comes out, but Havana planning too. Oh, down
nade.
both teams.
Go for that nade. It didn't work.
Yep.
And then obviously the nano.
Nade. Yep. Upwards still trying to fight. Down goes Upwards though. Difference the only one on point. Down she goes. Oh, slowly is that. As the Mercy falls down. But this was
like
way to bust that point though.
oh well and truly. That nano
was
nano Junkrat in a small corridor like that was just wonderful. It was beautiful.
I love how both tanks were on this left side and the rest were right, and it just the pincer worked really well. Now you have a lot of ults here. Both teams having 4 ults. Tired coming out early. Oh, but finding no one outward, shutting that down instantly.
Yep. Here comes the bomb.
Oh, the bomb finding the blue. Bomb coming out to help stall point.
I like the coordination and they send the bomb in their primal Winston to push them into it, which was decent. Looks like he's in trouble though. Kinda got out then. They were one and they got out, they're still in trouble though.
Oh, as Pro finds upwards finder Rappy. Emmy finding Hannah though. The trance comes out. But really, at this point, it's
like,
kind of already just kind of a regroup.
And as we just noticed there, Diva's currently out of her mech, so it's an opportunity for
as we see Griffin pulling out the 9 and just just gonna go pistol. Those as Chips finds the upward switching to McCree, which is very nice.
yeah.
Again though, Pro pulling this attention is dangerous. Drew finding Hannah, which is a good pick. The turret helping him the boost. Taking out Pro. Now, Raholic is kinda coming on the flank. Rapid finding Drew, goes to the rest coming out. Yep, trying to get that flank, but Upward sniffed it out. That's a good McCree. What good teammate from Upward. Oh,
Really unfortunate.
I was coming down, finding Drew, but Upward taking Anna again. No, it's the high noon, finding Deadlock. That's a huge opening pick. Traceable for causing a little bit of issues going after Griff, but gotta back out in time. That was interesting. Wow. If you look at all the ults that we used, Valkyrie still comes out on top of the ult economy advantage. Because they used what, 2?
Yeah, well, Dragon Breath came out on top. Were on top in that fight. They got the picks in the beginning, but then the respawners came in from Valkyrie, and they just won the fight. Then Valkyrie did work in the background.
Oh, both tanks in the back line. That's 2 good huge picks. Oh, but down goes 2, but the rest coming out though. But is it enough? No comes out, down goes the Umor, and this is just stalling for time though. That was actually very smart from Valkyrie's way to bring it to overtime.
Yeah, well, it's really they did a good job there.
Yeah, and Valkyrie's just forced out Trance, so now they don't. Dragon's Breath does not have a defensible. Oh, but
finds the top but kills herself.
Yep.
Pulled out the Reaper now though, so we'll see what happens.
As we upwards in with the Reaper. Oh, that's just 2 going back to. There you go. Wait. Now we have Reinhardt in here. 60 seconds. No. Rapid coming out. Finding nothing. Oh,
but they're getting picks.
Yep.
The tire was actually quite a good move to get rid of that immortality field.
Huge res.
Yep.
The res coming out on Drew. Can Drew throw down the immort in time? No.
Looks like it's potentially going all the way.
She goes. Oh, huge pin.
But unfortunately.
Oh, can the touch in time? Oh. Wow.
Insane.
This is beyond amazing.
Initiating match.
This is... Wow. Both of them are going the distance. Now on the side of...
Ready for battle.
Now what do you do if you're Valkyries? Do you stick with the double shield? Or do you go with the Rhine Diva?
I don't know. I mean, the Rhine Diva at the end, then it was a good kind of way to try and brawl it out and keep it going. But I don't know. That I mean, to be fair, it was mainly the Ashe being pocketed that did a lot of work this end. But we'll see what happens.
We see Lucio Ana coming out. I believe if the Ashe can pick off the Ana, I believe the push would be kind of useless there as they're going all the way around to come up here.
Routing tower to forward barrier.
Yep. Yep, as they're just coming straight up top. As the turret goes down again.
Okay, so it was a good job getting off it. Oh, looks like Rehab fell off the map.
No. Someone put butter there. Oh, here comes the Echo.
I was going to say, throw this flanking though.
Oh, the rest of them pushing around.
Yep.
This is interesting. They're gonna have to get as they touch point as everyone else coming on point. Mischarging True, down goes Chips, True taking out Hannah, True taking out Deadlock, and this Swirling Crow going down to upwards, and this is it.
Well, Valkyrie played a very patient game though. They let Dragon's Breath walk and then they collapsed on them when it was necessary. It's that Torb turret. Unfortunately, at one point Lucio, I'm not sure who's playing him, I'm going to let me double check. I think at one point Scroob was attempting to, not Scroob, sorry, maybe it was Chips was attempting to get rid of the turret, but then because he's focused on the turret, he's unable to focus on other things, so turret did work then.
That was very interesting. I believe with Reholic slipping though, I believe it kind of. I believe if you're DB, you should have waited in the corridor just a little bit, waited for him to get around the bus, and then pushed them together.
Yeah, try to retract where you were, and then it is unfortunate.
Very. Now, keep in mind though, Valk did an amazing job at stalling enough time to where Dragsmith only had a minute. Now,
exactly.
But Dragsmith going with kind of this brawly comp with the May Reaper. So if you can wall him off, you can get a huge value off of it. As you see, the Valkyrie is gonna go around again. You know. Whole team as the VAR coming out, down goes Chips. Hannah getting killed by upwards, and the rest have to drop. Oh, True taking out Deadlock. Oh, he's also taking out Deadlock. True taking out Pro. Again taking out Holic, and that is map 2 to Valkyries.
Let's go, Marlon.
That is beyond amazing. Wow. Yeah, see right here, this was a good.
Here comes the Nano.
Yep, Nano.
That's just.
I believe the Nano was for the monkey.
More than likely.
But you know, a timed. A very well timed.
You thought I was out of this line of business, n'est-ce pas?
Now that was a match, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Well and truly.
Yep, and so far the series is tied 1-1. I believe. Alright, chat, how's everyone doing? It's very interesting to see. Oh. Apologies, my nice little puppy had to come in here and almost knock down my monster.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Love him. His name is Milo. But as we see, that was honestly that was a good second map to see that Valkyries can play that pharmacy very well. They play it very well. I believe with True Iwill on the Reinhardt, it added that aggression that I guess Dragsmith wasn't really ready for.
No, they didn't really have anything to contend with it, to be honest. You got a hammer coming at you just swinging, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah. I mean, Dragonsmith did very well against the double shield, but double shield is very more, you let them come to you. It's very, defensive.
Yeah.
and being able to split that attention and then to pincer. That's how they got that. But I mean, it was still, they took a lot of time off off Dragon's Breath's clock with that double shield.
Yeah, well and truly, and that's unfortunately what got them then down to the minute. So.
Hmm.
So just waiting to see now whether there are any swaps.
As we see some friendly chit chat going on between the two teams, I must say, I wish as a caster we could like ban heroes.
Imagine.
I I would be like, you know what, Bastion gone, Sim gone. You know what, like all the characters that a Reinhardt does not like gone. Like Sombra gone.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say Screaming one team, and I don't know if he's in chat or not, but the bear, or that bear. Every time I had to scrim him, he would always go Sombra. He would always just you'd go, I'm gonna come hack you. I'm gonna come hack you. And I'm just like,
the priority.
And I'm just like, leave me alone. The map count right now is 1-1. Right now it's tied. Going to the third map, which is Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Which I've got to be honest with you, is not one of my favourite maps.
Really?
No, I mean I quite like trying to hold it as Ryan, but there's so much verticality to it, and I think it's definitely one of the best maps to snowball on. Once you start that payload moving, it can just go and go. But on the plus side, if you then stop the payload, it's so much harder to get it going again.
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm on Gibraltar. I mean, there's some maps where, or there's some matches when we play this where, as Ryan, I'm all like, okay, this is fine for me. And others, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And I just think that this map could be like both ways. Me personally, I love Rialto. I am more of a Rialto kind of man.
Yeah, I like that first corner as Ryan. I like the especially like just after the bridge, that one. That's quite nice as Ryan because your swing literally just hits either side. Like wherever you are in there, if you swing left to right and turn your camera at the same time, you're gonna hit something. So that's actually quite nice. But I also like Orisa on that map on that corner. Obviously for the environmentals. But also they've got to walk at you, and there's so much poke damage that you can do. So. Just give me a second.
Okay. Oh, as he gets the swaps already. How are you guys doing, chat? I see more familiar faces. Hello, Bear. It looked like you were in chat. Hi, Primal. Mo Black. How you been? Welcome to the stream. So, what you guys have missed is two juggernauts going at it. I'm talking Dragon's Breath takes map 1. VALKYRIE just took the map that you just saw, which is map 2. Now we're on map 3, and this is where it gets interesting. Because right now, the motivation is on either team. It depends. It depends how motivated you guys are, or how they are, and to see what they run. Watch. Me personally, as a Reinhardt 1, I have been working on my Zarya, my D.Va, and my Monkey. This map you can run dive a lot. But you also have to realize too that against DB, Dragon's Breath, it is hard to run. It's kind of hard to run that dive when you have Crow, who is just great. He's great at picking up their attention and kind of making them force to turn them. So it's again, that attention is very key. Like I said, there's three levels to this game, and I base it off football. You have offense, which is your attack. You have the defense, which of course is defense. And then for football, you have special teams. For Overwatch, you have alt economy. If you can master those three elements, you will be one difficult team, and that's what both of these teams have done so well. Is they have just exceeded in ult usage, and they have exceeded both on attack, and it's very eye-opening, especially for other teams who have yet to face these two teams. This is an amazing match to watch, to see what these teams do so well at. And these teams, they do an amazing job at capitalizing on mistakes. The Valkyries does a tremendous job with it. Dragon's Breath can also do an amazing job with it. Dragon's Breath is they understand that, hey, we can't get too far separated. We can go let Crow do his thing because he's gonna pull that attention away, and in turn just leaves us to fill in that void. And they do it well. On the side of Dragon's Breath, though, I don't know if either Raholic or Hannah both play Ryan. But they also never needed to play the Ryan.
Earlier on, Hannah was playing the Rhine when we were on Oasis.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh. Heck yeah, alrighty. Well, never mind.
And I believe I'm just checking for readies now then. The lineup has been sorted.
Heck yeah, as you see Upwards going to the support lineup, I have not seen him play any support during my time playing with him. Or if I have, I can't remember.
It's quite interesting because you've got Violet for San Francisco Shock, who obviously is like an insane Baptiste player, and then this season they actually put him on a DPS role and he played McCree, and Upwards has just been playing the DPS role and is now swapped to support, so potentially you might see a Baptiste coming out from Upwards.
Oh, absolutely. So now
got readies from everyone, so I'm gonna start the game.
Alrighty. Yep, let's begin this game. Well, as we are on Gibraltar.
Be interested to see what we decide to happen here.
As we have Valkyrie's biggest fan, Malco, in chat. How you doing, Malco? Are you excited that you guys are the best team so far? I believe. There we go.
It's interesting.
Right.
With Watchpoint Gibraltar, we've got obviously True plays a really good Pharah, so we might actually find that we have a Pharah Mercy come out with this team then, and they did attempt the dive. So if they had a dive with a Pharah Mercy on this first point, it'd be quite interesting. But it looks like we're getting a Hanzo with a double shield.
Ooh, shield again,
Valkyrie.
followed by a Bap Lucio. Okay, it's not too bad. On the side of Dragon's Breath, though, we have a dive almost.
Yeah, I mean you've got the Arna to support the Winston, and then the speed boost there to try and get them out. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Alright, Upwards. I don't know. I know you can't hear me, but I want I want a 4K environment. If you don't, then you're wrong. We'll find out. Just get rid of poke damage coming out. That's true, and both trues were staying up on that middle high ground, just kind of just poking at them. As you see this far coming in, do a little bit of work, but they have the McCree to counter that, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. As to the blue trying to get the diva, but the monkey Havana gonna get him. Oh, yeah, taking out two of them. As this monkey's just taking up high ground.
Yeah.
Oh, huge dude from up.
Challenge.
Yep. Oh, but Hawk taking out Ghost though, huh? And this is just... Oh, and that Forage coming in for the cleanup. As we see Ghost going to the Widow. Interesting pick. But as we see Emmy taking out Uko, which is a huge pick, Widow taking Trudeau. This Arissa is just putting in work, shoots window. Two all to come out at the same time though. As beat coming out though, but is that... Should you have waited for the far? Never mind. Ghost taking out Oh, as...
Yeah, I thought the Valkyrie were out of this, but they pulled it back. Taking it.
Good. Yep, I can hear.
They stopped the momentum.
Wow, that was...
And then the D-Mesh. It's an interesting stagger.
That was a really good, I guess, hold from Valkyries. The Widow pick kind of threw me off, but I'm eating my own words. It's getting a lot of value
as well. I mean, Hulk's playing it quite conservatively now because of the Widow threat, which is really interesting.
As you see the rematch coming from Rahali, this Widow though just kind of relaxing, you know. Oh, now
Arna got pulled down.
Tested. Oh, I think the bomb comes out, but finding two. Oh, amazing. Havana finding the blue. Justice coming in. I don't... That's a very questionable, I guess, Justice. Because you had already won the team fight. I guess maybe the cleanup?
Yeah, I wonder whether the beat was necessary there.
Yeah, the beat was very necessary though. As we see the Widow still...
Let them up.
Oh, as Window coming out, which is huge. And value. Oh, Hawk taking out those. Oh, the Nano. The Winston harassing the backline down the blue. Here's Winston. And the Winston will shoot. Very good, very good.
Definitely punching them around a bit.
Good Arissa. Oh, this right here. Yeah, this is the game changer right here. Can they get that pick? Evie ran out of points. Oh, can she get him now? And we see a fight still happening on buff. Good. The blue taking out Hulk. That's interesting.
Can we stabilize?
Yep, another great stabilize. Another great stabilize fight.
That came off the flank by True as well, when Hanzo was basically in their backline.
Oh!
That's unfortunate.
The blue taking out Hulk with the dragons! I thought he just used that in there, but I was wrong. He big brained me. Oh, as the coming out finding upwards though. Oh, that is unfortunate. Down goes that Lucio though. As we see the backline though coming in. But they were trying to do the pincer. Down goes the It's taking out Drew though, and I'm taking out Emmy, Hulk taking out Lou. Ghost going down to Hulk, Ditto taking out Upwards again. Perfect, do you wanna... That was a good one. Do you want a free cam it too?
I am trying, I'm just not sure how to get back to it.
Oh yeah, true, you don't wanna mess anything with you.
Yeah, I'd rather just leave it and then for the next round I'll just make sure it's a free.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Oh, is the bomb coming in? Got trapped on spaceship? That force, that spaceship MVP right there. Yes, that's event here.
And Sorcerer gets out. Nice.
Regen burst activated.
Ghost is playing the high ground very well. As that's Hulk. That's an interesting matchup. Ghost, way to come back and help the team against that against that monkey. Here comes Tired. Tired with the beat canceling out. Huge fireworks. Oh, guys, a huge antidote. The nano. Oh,
nice creature.
Oh, that's not all there. Can those get out in time? He's gonna stall. They stall.
And they get it.
That honestly is good. Havana finding Emmy again. True, going to the right part, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, bomb coming out, finding no one to huge in one.
Oh, and then the fire strike
Another fire strike. True. Oh my gosh. Upwards finding Ditto. Final coming out. Just kind of just wanted everyone away from Ghost. Taking Hannah out. That these like huge staggers there. They can get these kills those with huge staggers.
Credit to Valkyrie as well, because once they're given the time to reset and go back in again, they're really, really strong.
Absolutely. And honestly, those two staggers were humongous. Because now instead of attacking when they have like 14 seconds, now they're attacking when they barely have 5.
And they've got the touch at least.
That's true. Looking for a
Look at the shatter.
huge shatter. Good follow-up.
Absolutely great.
True finding another true find Ditto.
Diamond
coming out
Visor.
to help finish this. Try and go. Oh, risky charge, but that's fine. Huge charge. Two going down. Oh, Hulk going down to... And, oh, they almost C9'd it. They almost C9'd it. Visor coming out though. Visor finding charge. This is crazy, but he's coming out. Finding 2 with the help of the Death Castle. Hiding coming out.
There you go. Valkyrie just gave themselves a win condition.
Wow.
Insane.
That was amazing.
Yep.
All usage.
Very well played.
Very well. I believe was it Ghost or was it the blue on the Reaper?
True blue.
Was it True Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. He burnt that signal shield, which gave Emmy that double kill bomb, which was just it was great. That's
was
textbook.
Quite clever as well. Yeah.
I'm giving them it like that was 100% planned. It was not a triangle party.
Well,
it's all tactical.
Visor went off and True used the teleporter to get up on the bridge and out of the line of sight. And then when Visor then just dropped down to finish the charge he needed for the Death Blossom and then dove on top of them. And like he said, when the bomb went off, he just used Blossom to get rid of the shield, and that was it then.
But if you're Dragon's Breath, what a push! Like that was amazing by them. And it's just these two teams are playing so well. As we see the bar coming out from Valkyries, but they're prepared with the soldier. Down with the early ping. Now, on the side of Valkyries, do you maybe switch off the Lucio and go something else and have Drew go to the Mercy? Oh, never mind.
Well, they got the pick.
I was gonna say help with the Pharah so she's not, you know, just ugly. True playing this Ryan is so it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. There's a lot of people out of position. That's fine though. Huge nano, just starts swinging, down goes, oh my god, and it's just
Ook's still on point.
Oh, Ook's still on point. Ook playing hot potato.
Yeah.
As I see in chat, oh, no mercy, only Lucio. Well, you're not wrong. That's true, kind of getting stuck out in no man's land. It's gonna, look at this guy out. The tire coming out, finding two.
The Hulk pulling it out.
Beautiful, but Emmy taking him down as a baby diva, way to assert the dominance. Baby diva over all characters. As we're getting for the reset. Getting ready to determine which way they're going, and now we go in.
It's high tide.
Oh, where's that at? Oh,
and then it comes
finding Hannah. Oh, the high ground. A double cancellation on the good beat. That was a humongous.
That was definitely a save. All kinds.
Having another shatter. Is the shatter right here? Huge blue.
I don't think they need to invest any more ults.
No, this. This is beyond. This is such a good team fight. As True still holding on to the shatter. And I would like to point out Wham had to sadly work, but I love his line and
that's
huge. And I will miss him.
Follow up
Let's
there,
get back.
Oh, well. Dragon's Breath is pulling it back, but Nano too though.
Dragon's up top though. Going after the support.
Ship got it there.
Here.
Moira touch.
Ook again, playing hot potato. It's not letting up this point. It's a good start.
They did work then. Ook was wiggly then.
Man, Ook was like, I'm not gonna let this
If they get these stagger kills, it could be all over. So there's Zarya.
Oh, yep. Huge staggers. Huge staggers. Now they're getting 4 on cart, which is interesting.
They want to push it as far as they can because if Dragon's Breath win this fight, it's quite hard to take this corner. It's quite an easily defendable corner.
That is true. As you see, both DPS on the side of Dragon's Breath trying to take the heck out of good. Oh, good beat. That was a good beat. Way to
The flux could come through now though, and the beat's being used.
Yep.
Time to raise my
Attack.
Huge! Can another huge red eye. Oh, a huge cancellation.
Oh, and Halleck misses the flux. Gets no one with him.
True. Oh, down goes 8 and all.
Valkyrie are pulling it through.
And that is wow.
Victory.
Valkyrie's taking the third map.
2-1 to
What an
Valkyrie.
amazing
Play of the game.
round that we just saw.
Insane. Yeah, this was just when they extended it and then the tie out again.
That was huge.
Crazy.
Okay, upwards. I see. Okay, upwards. I believe upwards should now move to the support lineup and stay there.
Yep.
No, that was an amazing fight by both of them.
Yeah, well and truly well fought.
If you look, I'm gonna point this out. Valkyries have a great 1-2 punch at main tank with True, Uru, and Wham. Because Wham had to leave, which is sad because I love him. But True stepped in as the main tank and did phenomenal.
Oh yeah. Drew's really doing well,
But
and
also-
those shatters at the end were game changing.
Yes, they were amazing. But also on the side of direct though, way to hold them. I mean, like they stabilized a little bit, and then they need to bio break. And it was just, it's two very good teams. Just two very good teams going at it. Also, shout out to Griffon 001 for keeping Twitch chat alive. Even though I'll send you something. I'll DoorDash you some food. A lava cake from Applebee's or something.
Okay, just bear with me for a moment, I'll be right back.
You're perfectly fine. Alrighty, as we come to the fourth map, Temple of Anubis. Now this map is Junkrat's Heaven. We talk about two small corridors, absolutely, just a Reinhardt's dream, or no, not Reinhardt's, excuse me, a Junkrat's dream. You can build tires so fast. But again, these two teams, enough can be said about just how talented these two teams are. Rappy, why? Oh my gosh. Okay. As we wait to see what swaps we have after they have a nice bio break, I have to ask, the chat, do you guys see this? By the way, do you guys see this going to a map 5? Now it's opinion based, please do not make it like super toxic. Yes, it can go to a map 5 or no. It is 2-1 Valk, yes. Coming into the fourth map, where if Valk can win this, they win the series 3-1. If they don't, then we go to a nice map 5, where chat, y'all don't get to pick, because I'm gonna pick, and we're picking Paris, because Paris, best map. Like I said before. But I think both both of these teams are just they're like two amazing boxers just going at it. It's one stabilizes and then the other one will stabilize, and it's coming down to who gets either the first pick, or who does enough damage or pulls enough attention to where it throws off that team. In terms of all economy, these two teams are just building ults like crazy. And it's honestly interesting to see. Just to see. For instance, True built, I believe, 2 or 3 shatters within that second to last team fight. Yay, chat is, coming with me. But it's pairing ults is huge. Building ults is amazing. We had Ditto and Hulk, who just built them. And now it makes my job as a commentator so much. It makes it difficult to choose between these two amazing teams. Because whoever wins, whatever team wins, it is going to be extremely difficult to pick. I believe that this honestly should probably be a finals matchup. And I'm saying that because just how amazing these two teams are playing. And I know that no matter what happens, because I used to play for Dragon's Breath, and they won championship last year. And they are our current champs. And they are showing us just why they are our champs, because of just the great stabilization that this team is preventing. It's like a brick wall. Valkyrie, though, an amazing turnaround from last season to now. And it's whatever Valkyries have done. From True, I believe, taking over as captain. I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Twitch chat, you can help me out here. And I believe Emmy might be co-captain. Just a massive turnaround that this team has had. From, I don't know what they have done. I don't know if they brought on coaches, whatever they have done. They have truly turned it around. On the side of Dragon's Breath, you have an amazing coach in Evan. Evan, I cannot give enough praise to. He understands the game so well. Also, the score is 2-1 in favor of Valkyries into map 4. And it's just he runs the team very, very well. Now, I like to hammer the points in very, very hard. These two teams are juggernauts. These two teams should not hang their heads whatsoever, whatever the outcome is. Because at the end of the day, both these teams have proven why they are, the best. Dragon's Breath can prove why they are the champions. God dang it, Rappy. Rappy's throwing me off. And then you have Valkyries, who have proven why they are I believe they are the #1 team in Mild tier right now. And honestly, it's both captains of both teams just being amazing. Both captains that are good at what they do, that got their teams this far. And it's nothing but pure enjoyment from us to see these two gladiators of teams going at it. As Reinhardt main, and as Chad's favorite Reinhardt feeding, because I feed more than a McDonald's, as Bear used to put it. I'm learning a lot more by watching just how these two teams perform. From watching Wham play very, very smart playing. He's playing very, let's wait for them to do a mistake, to true understanding when to be aggressive and when to back up. On the side of Dragon's Breath, you have Raholic, who has proven that Sigma can work, that Sigma isn't dead yet. And you have Hannah, who has shown, hey, my monkey is amazing. I need to learn monkey, so Hannah, teach me monkey. But who has shown that her Zarya is nothing to be overlooked at. DPS wise, I also play DPS. I am learning so much from Crow on how to take that attention away from that team to allow your team to capitalize on that. I have from the Blue Dehu, having him see just being patient with it. From Ghost using his ults to win the fight, even if it's one pick. Switching around to try and counter them, to Hawk, to just doing what I consider side things and just going up to teams and going, eat my explosive grenades. Take it, I get tired, I do big booms, rinse, repeat. It's amazing. And hey, you're back.
Yeah, I am sorry. I was like, he's in the middle of a sentence. Should I let him finish the sentence? And then I was like, well, I just took you said you can just see what happens.
You can hop in any time. I mean, I don't mind. But what do you have to say? I mean, as a spectator, as I guess I don't know if you play for another team or not, but what is your outtake on this?
I think it's been really good. I think, to be fair, in the last map, there was momentum issues and then the stagger at the end. Unfortunately, the way that the spawns work, because, what was it? Hang on, let me work it out and say it the right way around. Because Dragon's Breath tried to stall that second capture point, they then had 3 stragglers, the Junkrat, the Zarya and the Lucio, who got shoved into that little room, and then Valkyrie just collapsed on them. So I think it's a case of unfortunate events for them because of the way the map works. But both teams really fought for it, and both teams brought out different comps and were able to switch when it was necessary. So it's quite exciting to watch, to be honest. And then trying to control the camera and keep up with everything and make sure everything goes the way it should is a bit crazy.
Alright, now we're just waiting readies from Valkyries, and we have the ready. So let's get into this. Map 4.
What's your what would you play on this as tank? What would you go?
Now entering
As take, honestly, I would probably run. It depends. If I'm defense, it's Reinhardt. if I'm attacking, it's the Reinhardt, because I like the Reinhardt. But I would flip it for defense. I would stick with the D.Va, and on attack, I would go Zarya.
Okay. I quite like Orisa on defense.
I do too. My only issue is if like let's say we're going to like the right into that little like cubby, or I guess if you're attacking to your left, they have that jump. The Zarya can get charge off of it, but as you're moving, if you have a jump, you can tell them to wait a little bit and then dive over to help, kind of do that pincer maneuver.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
No, I like getting the Orisa and sticking her on this corner here, and you can have the shield that way and that way at the same time.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, Orisa's the first tank that I played properly, and then I got online as well. What was that Orisa Sigma going up against the Ryan D.Va? Have you seen Emmy and True on the roles tonight? And you've got True Blood on the Farah.
As you see, your favorite double shield as Valkyrie's gonna go right in the range, straight to push in. Obviously, taking a little bit of damage, that's okay if you're not doing well. Oh, shooting through finds Hall. Ghost finding Anna. A charge coming in from True. And we finally recall it. Well, finding True the blue though, but True the woo. Finding Squirrel. And Valkyrie's taking first point.
Very aggressive, very fast. And I think, well, we're in the composition to run, and that's what you've got to do. The Farah distracts, and then everyone else runs at them.
And that's one issue though with playing that double shield is you kind of stuck there, and you have to determine do you just sit in and try to help deal with the Farah, or do you just kind of just say, let's hope for the best.
Yeah.
As you see,
I think it's
coming.
It's just the aggression, they're just right there. I think unfortunately as well, Hannah might have swapped to a mobile phone to try and store the paint, so that's not in charge.
Griffin, finding a kill on Hannah. Those were some good ults, as they're kind of just chasing them back to the plate.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Oh, as huge blizzard way to cancel it out. Oh, the shatter not finding back. Oh,
and then it's Echo. See if this is over there.
Coming out, Griffin finding a kill on Luke. As the beat coming in to try and get this point on there. And it looks like they are so Sigma's the only one left with a good stall with Crimson Crow. Crow not finding any alien. While coming out, finding the Emerald. Finding as Echo still causing a little bit of an issue. Good wall. That is a huge wall. More ore just pounded on. And oof again, still just staying. Oh, but cut off from that Sigma. That's a bad piece of
really good job of stalling. Fantastic job of keeping this alive.
It's a huge down
Again, the picks, it starts to turn. They're having to invest in
Griffin is doing these.
Hannah comes back on the rest ball. Echo keeping it on the D.Va. Really good ball. Get the D.Va.
Emmy Master Mac though, but shooting the Echo in the back. Another
second D.Va.
Oh,
and it gets 2. 5-2.
But a waste. Would you say that was a wasted Sigma ult though?
Yeah, to be fair, I think the flux was wasted. If it potentially lifted them into the air, into the line of sight of D.Va, then that would have worked well, but I think it was going to get them regardless.
That was so many ults used, and ult advantage clearly in Dragon's Breath's favor. Dragon Breath though, a good stall though. It was a great stall by them.
Yeah, Valkyrie have got a lot of ultimates to come back into this, and I'm going to be really honest with you, that storm, the touching, getting on, is fantastic.
Another huge shatter. Huge. That's both DP Tinkle just used though. Some finding really Alcoholic is still on point. They need to focus specifically as the ball coming back. Oh, Alcoholic finds True. Or the blue.
They've got the windows.
Another great stall, honestly.
Yep, and Valkyrie invested 3 ultimates into that fight. They've got the Blizzard coming up and beat, so they could push aggressively, but
they have beat and they have Blizzard coming up.
Yep.
As the Echo's trying to look for anyone, but doesn't really find anyone trying to come around him. Oh, as Valkyrie goes underneath. Oh shoot. This is all pointed right here. Now who do you focus first? And that is it. Amazing. Way to take that.
Well, they went from a 4.5 minute time bank to a 1.5 minute time bank, so really, really well done by Valkyrie.
Very well. Very, very well. Dragon's Quest just did amazing there, though. Like, taking it all the way down to 1:36.
It's insane.
Just stall after stall after stall.
Yeah, they had that played really well. There was, like, Sigma drops on. Sigma drops off, Moira drops in, Moira drops off. They made use of the back of the point, like, they really used those corridors and those side rooms to their advantage.
Absolutely. Also, to chat, why didn't you tell me the Russian national anthem was intensifying? Like, come on. Almost failed me, Conrads. Now, on the side of Valkyries. Oh yeah,
sorry,
there
I
it
was
is.
talking about Dragon's Breath.
Oh no, you were fine. I was gonna say on the side of Valkyries. Way to split their attention though with the blue going on that Reaper but TPing behind them.
Yeah. As soon as they got to that corner, he TP'd. We got the jump crowd.
Now see with the jump though, and with the Zarya can get good amount of ball charge. Ooh,
that was a nice fire strike. They're trying to do the same strat, but they're going over the top this time.
Oh no, DB pushing all the way up. Oh, catching, almost caught both of Valkyrie's DPS off guard. But they were smart about it. As the turret is hoping to put a little bit of pressure down.
And Crow gets killed. Crow gets taken out.
I suppose. Interesting. Oh, as you see the tire coming out.
That was an insanely fast tire.
Oh, huge inmort too. Way to deny that. Echo with a clean kill.
Got the res.
That was a huge res by Griff, but huge by Valkyries to protect that.
Valkyrie are doing great on against the pin. Valkyrie are doing so well on defense right now.
This is the poke damage though by Dragon's Breath. Kind of forcing them to give resources to, you know, their DPS instead of their tanks, as they're trying to push underneath this Hannah. Yep. Underneath Hannah finding Ghost. Alcoholic going down to Drew finding Hannah. Hulk finding Drew. Griffin getting the res on Ghost. Down with the turret. Griffin finding Chance. Here comes the mid. Now that this kid didn't really find anything.
I've got to be honest with you, that was really unfortunate for Dragon's Breath just then. When they kind of they were kind of stalled in a way, because the Zarya, Hannah was up top, and then when they went through the little room, Hannah used the friendly bubble, and it kind of, and then Hannah herself then walked towards point, but didn't get any sort of benefit from it. I mean, that's
Huge shatter from huge shatter after.
Well,
That was
finding that one pick, but yeah, so they went into that last team fight quite split. They'd already been staggered, and then it was 3 against 6 and then 3 against 6, so it was quite an easy one for Valk, unfortunately.
Another main port coming out, which is proving the point. That's a good grab. Goes taking up.
Fantastic grab, but there's no follow-up, unfortunately, because Ryan all knows what to go. And now we're down to last fight territory. Dragon's Breath are coming into it with no ults, and Valkyrie have got D.Va Bomb, Window, and then Shaka coming up as well. Hopefully Crow can get a duplicate.
This is last fight territory.
And Crow dies, that's unfortunate.
This is Terran still putting in work. We're going into the charge. We're trying to contest that turret going down.
Who gets the shatter? Who gets the shatter?
Oh, this is it. We're all like trying to touch the point.
They're doing their best, they're doing their best.
But that will.
And that's Crow to touch, and that's it.
Victory.
3-1 to Valkyrie.
In fact, we'll take the series.
Really, really strong.
Play of the game.
Yeah, well deserved. It's the D.Va Bomb.
This.
Huge double.
Ability increased.
Let's see.
Way to clean up. That is.
Well, don't know whether they're... It's obviously 3-1. That will then... The series will go to Valkyrie then?
Yep.
Correct?
And we'll ask them if they would like to do interviews if it's not too late.
Yeah.
Also, while we wait for that, we can do MVP talks. Now, this is difficult. It's 2 to the winning team, 1 to the losing team.
Say that again, sorry, I missed that.
No, you're fine. It is 2 to the winning team for MVPs and 1 to the losing team. Now we can do MVP. Now we can do talks to the MVPs while we wait to see if they want to do interviews. Honestly, this is probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to choose.
I gotta be honest with you though, I think True Blood really did put in some work, especially on the Farah, and then at the end with the Junkrat and stuff, just making the difference and putting out an extreme amount of damage.
I do like that, but also Swan and Crow did so much on the side of Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, they really did. But if is it 2 MVPs for the winning team, 1 MVP for the losing team?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, this is where it gets difficult because I want to give the tank MVP to True Uru. I believe that, and that's hard. That's very hard to say because Hannah and Raholic did so good. And it's just
Yeah, I
it's so
appreciate
difficult.
what you're saying, but at the same time, you've got like lots of Rahalik had quite a few graphitic fluxes that unfortunately he missed and wasn't, or they missed and they weren't able to capitalise on, and that could potentially have swung a team fight either way. True has been very consistent with their shatters, and you know the shatters that they've been getting have actually been team winning shatters and making a difference. So
True. Alrighty. So interviews will be Crow, Fitz, and Raholic.
Crow,
So we'll do DB first.
Fitz. We haven't. I didn't even know Fritz played.
No, Fritz is their, I believe, coach.
Oh, okay, all right. So Ghost and True Blue. All right, and then do we have to invite them to the group for them to join us?
Yeah, I can do that real quick. Invite the group. It's Crow. We get Fitz and Raholic. There you go.
Here's Fritz.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey Evan, how are you?
Alright, how are you?
Good. That was a very wonderful match to watch. You left me speechless.
And Crow. And Alec.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Well, guys. Alright, so first off, an amazing match. Just completely amazing. Tell me, taking the first map off of Valkyries, what was the mindset in that?
Am I in the right place now?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we
will.
can-
Perfect.
Oh man, do you want to go with that, Raholic, or do you want me to start?
Well, I mean, should we be asked a question first?
Oh, right, you didn't. You didn't
Sorry.
hear it.
I said- Alright, so the question was, taking the first map off of Valkyries, what was the mindset going like after that? Like,
I don't know, Crow. I'll let you field that one first.
Well, I mean, I don't quite remember what the mindset was after. I can tell you how it was during it, like after the accidental restart. I know it happens for sure,
Yeah.
but like you know, we had that momentum going. We were feeling pretty good after like capping at the start of round 3, and then like I felt like probably everybody was upset because nobody wants it to get restarted, but it was just like we just had so much energy running into it. Like I feel like that attack went even better than the first go around on round 3.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, and like we're just like talking and we're making our call outs and stuff. It just actually felt like like we deserved to win that one, and we just wanted to get it already because we were waiting so long.
Yeah, I mean, I have to personally say, obviously, before the accidental restart, it was a bit of a long fight before you guys actually capped it. Whereas the second one after that restart, you guys were just so aggressive and just so sort of like, this is how we're doing it, this is how we're controlling the fight, and if that last part of Oasis was a very one-sided map.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think our momentum definitely slowed down a little on the second map. We took a little while to adjust going into the first and second point, which definitely killed a little of our momentum. We caught a little bit of it back on third point and held for a while, but Valkyrie did end up taking that last point eventually too. So I think we had the emotions going high in the first map, and then the second map we kind of maybe were a little bit spent as it slowed down.
Yeah, I think the Valkyrie they did a good job of slowing down our momentum too, because like with the Torb turret and stuff, we were trying to figure out how we wanted to approach it, but I think it made us like spend a little bit too much time thinking about how we wanted to approach it. So then that sort of like cut our momentum a little bit, and we took a little too long to really get going with like running the dive, and like maybe like we were trying to force the dive a bit too heavily, like on Noombani, instead of playing something that might have worked a bit better against the bunker that they were running.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a very back and forth map though. That it was quite interesting to watch. Both teams looked really strong while you were playing, but I think you are right. That Torb turret was a bit of a nuisance in the background that potentially struggled to figure out what to do with it. You know.
Yeah, I think it was like getting to me a little bit, because like there was one point where I went all the way to the 3rd point spawn just to solo ult the turret, because I'm like, I don't want that turret coming back.
I gotta give it to you though, to be honest, Crow. When we were casting it, we were talking about how much of a nuisance you actually were in the background, especially on Oasis. You quite literally had their team swapping to the Sombra and the McCree to slow you down and stop you from doing work, and that in itself, that's insane.
Yeah, like anytime you can, like, you know, play to a level where you have to make the other team think about what sort of swaps they want to do to shut it down. That's definitely a big bonus. But you know, on my side, I need to work a bit more on my like flexibility when I feel like I'm playing well on a certain hero or a couple of heroes. Like, I have trouble swapping mid-match, even though I can play other heroes. It's like maybe I'm not in that groove, so that's something that I need to work on.
Yeah, it's almost like that momentum that you talked about.
Oh yeah, that momentum was huge. Your guys' stall on Anubis. What were the comms on that? Because it was amazing just seeing one would die, another one would come in, hold, and then like it was absolutely amazing. What was the comms?
They were pretty hectic, because I mean we were kind of just trickling on, so the comms there wasn't much. It was basically just stay alive until the next person comes on.
Yeah, but I think like there were a few times where we were trying to call some targets, and I think that's why we were able to keep that stall going so well. There are other times where we just got quiet, and then, you know, it can be hard when you feel like it's a lost fight, right? There's like 3 people there, you're the last person on point, and you don't know if anyone else is coming soon.
Ook did a really good job though as that Moira going in and out. I think it was on Watchpoint Gibraltar at one point. Ook was just on the payload while all the Valkyrie were around him, and he just kept jumping up and down as Arne and not getting killed, and it was like, the storm is real right now. The storm is real.
Yeah, that was on the 2nd point. That was she definitely held it there for a while.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and for one final question that I have, out of all of the maps, of, you know, all 4 of them, which one would you say was the funnest one? Not in terms of like going, you know, like going head to head with them, but in terms of just having fun and just kind of just like letting go.
I mean, I think it'd be too easy to answer Oasis, but I'm gonna go with Gibraltar just because that was kind of, it had a good flow to it. There was no real moment when anyone was really going too fast, and it was kind of a fight the whole way, which is kind of the type of match I like. It was kind of, you know, both sides. It wasn't just one side was kind of plowing over the other. There was a fight the whole way. Decided by inches, really.
Yeah, it looked like that from my point of view. I didn't play in it, of course. You know what's funny is me and Rappy were actually reviewing that specific map, but we didn't know like which maps we were going to be in, and it just happened the one map that we reviewed, none of us were in it. So that was kind of funny. But like, to answer your question, it would have to be Oasis for me, because like I just felt like on the other maps I was in, like I just thought a little bit too much. Anubis was a little bit better. I felt like I thought a bit more clearly. I wasn't like second guessing or anything as much. but like as for fun, it was like mostly back and forth on Oasis. They gave me a challenging time on the Tracer. Like they didn't make it easy for me to
Yeah.
harass them. So like I found that fun.
Yeah.
Alright. One more for you guys' amazing Captain Fitz. What's one learning point, I guess, that you can take away from this, or multiple learning points?
It's one what point?
Like learning points, like
Oh,
I guess.
learning point. I guess from. I mean, the easy answer is get more tanks, but I'm not gonna answer that one. No, learning point though is just
Shade.
getting people together more and just working with each other in their specific roles sometimes. So a lot of times you go into comp and like you're messing around on other roles and off roles, which is it's fun and all, but getting better at your art, at your craft, and working more with that with the people around can have big merits. And I could tell it was obvious to me just watching everything unfold. Actually, I'm no longer the captain of DB anymore, but watching everything unfold, seeing how like there was just a miscommunications and missyncs between individuals within their respective roles.
Fair enough. No, I agree. I think, me personally, as a tank player, it's fun going into competitive with a 6-stack and being able to like flex DPS or something and just have a little go at it. But especially when you're relied on to be a tank player in like a league game, I think it makes sense to try and focus on that and put a load of attention into that so that you're at your best when it comes to it then.
Okay.
Here's my plug if you're watching and start sign with the team and you play tank and you're like silver gold SR. Hit up Ook, not me, Ook. Or Tony.
Alrighty, guys. Again, amazing game. You guys played so well, and thank you for your guys' time.
Well played.
Did you think you guys for casting?
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. Man, MVPs are gonna be hard now. Alright, and next will be the Valkyries.
So we won Ghost and True Blue and
Yep,
Griff as
and
well.
then and I will. Because I guess our internet is not holding up.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi,
Ghost. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, y'all could just call me CB. That's what I am in the server. Well,
I know CB. I just like calling you Ghost.
yeah, it's the whole BattleNet thing. I used to play on PC first, so
Oh.
yeah.
It's understandable. Hello, Griffin.
Hello.
Is True Blue also joining us?
Is he?
Eventually.
I have sent him an invite. I will send him one more.
I also seen that.
There he is.
Okay.
Just spam him with invites.
Right.
Yeah, is he?
He's not in the group. He's throwing.
Is he still in party?
He's
Oh,
not throwing.
What's the thrower? You know you guys made
Okay, now I'm here.
you guys made MVPs difficult now.
Huh?
Yeah, you guys made MVP like voting for MVPs difficult now.
It's our job too.
Yeah.
It is very. Alright though, but welcome Valkyries. Congrats on the 3-1 victory.
Congratulations.
You are now Valkyries.
No, it's
So-
not. No,
Oh my gosh.
just Valkyrie.
Alright, so
A singular Valkyrie.
it's
Yeah.
The team
We're
is
all
called
one.
Valkyrie.
I'm one of the wings and another one's a wing. But
Yeah.
Who's the
I'm
head?
a foot.
alrighty, so second map. Tell me what was the mindset going in after dropping the first map to DB?
Oh,
It was, oh god, I hope I don't DC again.
For her.
Yeah.
For me, it was Sombra was good for focusing the Tracer, but it wasn't producing enough damage, so I needed to find another hero that could do the same, focusing out one person, but also dealing enough damage. That's what was running through my mind, that the DPS needed to be focused down more.
Yeah, I think that's, as casters, we definitely noticed that the Tracer was in the background, like,
Yeah,
constantly.
they were going for the flooded deadlift.
Yeah, but you really did, as a Sombra, you really did shut the Tracer down a lot of times. There's a lot of times the hacks were quite successful, and I noticed that while we were playing.
Which was beautiful.
Yeah.
Alright, question for Griffin on Temple of Anubis. What was going through the mindset of them stalling, but you popping those beats, like, what was it, 2 or 3?
I don't know. I remember I beat it, and then I realized it was just me and Diva, I think. And I was like, oh crap. But that was my second beat that fight, so I was like, whatever. And when I came back, I had 50% to the next one. There was no thought process behind it. It was just, I don't know. I would scream, but I don't want to hurt people's ears. Like it was just, my hands at the end of Temple of Anubis, like when we won, my hands hurt so much. I was like, we were focusing so hard, like we just weren't breathing. Like it was sweaty.
I could just imagine, not even like Lucille's like, let's break it down. Just Griff just screaming as the beat drops.
I was just hoping and praying that it would actually go off and I wasn't gonna get killed. Like.
Yeah, I mean they really did test you at the end. Well, with Temple of Anubis, the stall was real on that they really did. But it was still very well fought on both sides.
Very. Alright, question. Your guys' defense on Numbani. Who made that call for double shield? Or is that something you guys practiced?
Horse toes.
Horse toes, that's what we call it.
Yeah.
Horse toes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horse toes.
Yeah, you got the toes for the Sigma and the horse hooves.
I like it.
I think it was Other True's call for double or horse toes. So I think
I think it was all mutual. So
yeah, and then we all jumped on it and agreed to it.
It was.
I think the plan for that. Well, the plan for that, I think, because we were all just talking. I wasn't in for the map, but I'm pretty sure the plan was, if they're gonna run Tracer or any kind of flanker, don't let them get behind us. We're gonna hold strong in this corner. They will not break us.
Yeah, and that's why I picked up Tor for that defense. That, and I also heard that they have a good Pharah, or like Crow, they're a good Tracer, but they're also a good Echo. So I was leaning towards the turret to try and pressure them, as well as because I think in one of the maps they decided to run dive, I think, and Tor just has that ability. Oh yeah, with Tor with the ability, he just has that ability to be more durable and shut down dives.
So sorry.
I looked at so many times.
I looked at chat for 1 minute, and the only thing I see is True go horse toes.
God. Am I right in saying that was it yourselves, Valkyrie, who run the Ashmit being pocketed by the Mercy, or am I?
Yeah, that was upwards on the attack.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say because it was quite interesting to watch. I can't remember, at one point one of the spawners were going past and you must have just headshot them and that's it, they were dead, and it was like, well, the fight's going to reset now because you've just died before you even got there. Yeah, no, it was a really, really good pick.
Alrighty, and one final question before I let you guys go. So right now I believe you guys are still undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you how does it feel to be undefeated, but also to have that target on your back of this is the team to beat?
I've never felt that feeling on like a kind of gaming team. I've only felt that on sports teams, and what I feel is that just means that we have a good team. Just keep it running, and the better they get, we'll just have to turn it up a notch as well. That's what I think.
It's, I mean, it's very nice. It's a great feeling, especially because last season we were kind of like the joke team. I don't know, like we were a new team and I don't know, we were just not good. We had a lot to work on, and you know, we've been working on a lot of it. We've had some awesome coaches now. And I don't know, we're pretty ready to keep this win streak going, I think. I hope.
We're living the Shanghai storyline.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are.
And
Alrighty,
I think for myself. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go for it.
Well, this is my first season playing, and I mean, I don't ever really had this kind of target on my back before. Even like played a lot of sports and stuff. Even then, I never felt that. It feels good, you know, knowing that you know, we're the team to beat for a lot of people, you know, in their what they're saying about us, you know, being undefeated and all. But I for me, I just don't really feel that, you know, whenever we're like going into a game, you know. For me, it's just we just play our game, do our thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is also my first season in Bronze Taco as well, but I've previously been in IOWL. But even back then, yeah, I didn't have that kind of status of, oh, we're the team to beat. So it's a nice feeling coming into here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I must apologize to you guys as well. I mean, my past comments were inappropriate at best and unexcusable, and you guys have proven that you guys aren't a team to be overlooked. You guys have honestly the whole switch, the 360 from, like Griff said, from being almost like the laughingstock last year to now being undefeated and being the team to beat. Like, you guys have truly turned it around, and I cannot wait to see how far you guys go.
Thank you, man.
All water under the bridge. I don't know about others, but I can't hold grudges. I'm too Canadian.
That's funny.
Alright, guys. Well, you guys have a wonderful night, and congrats on your victory.
Yeah, you too.
Yep.
Thank you.
GG's, well played,
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks.
GG's.
GG's.
Bye-bye.
Alright, now we have to do MVPs. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so one of them's got to be True Blue. True Blue Doohoo.
Okay, so he will take
DPS
DPS then?
MVP,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, how do there you go. Alrighty, I can do this. Alrighty, what about for tank?
It's got to be between the Valkyrie tanks for me. I think just performance-wise. I remember more of True Uwu, which obviously is no disrespect to any of the other tanks. I think I just remember the shatters and stuff.
So give it to True then?
I think that's a good shout.
Yeah, already. And then for supports, do we give it to Ook?
I mean, you feel like you should give it to Ook for the stall.
Yes. Ook for the stall.
But
and I mean, she did amazing too. Like, there's some good antiques.
I mean, if it went the other side, Scroob Dog, was building up really fast as Baptiste. Like he had window after window after window. It was impressive.
That's very alrighty. So MVPs are True Iwiu for tank, True De Blue De Who for DPS, and Ook for support.
Yes.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this amazing game.
Yeah.
And we will catch you guys next time.
Yeah. When is the next one?
The next one, I believe, is just put let's fire. There's my today's what, July. The next one is.
So the next one is the 29th, and that's
Oh,
Dragon's
yes.
Bite versus to be decided.
Oh yep, that's fired here.
Same time,
Alright.
8 o'clock.
Yep. Alrighty.
Good casting with you anyway, J-Rod.
Yep. Good casting to you as well. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.